Morning. Good morning, Tarkov. So, if you guys are checking out, it seems like I'm probably going to be only talking to people that are watching the VOD right now. But if this is you watching the VOD, welcome to Good Morning Tarkov. This is the morning show that I've been putting on for the last few days now. It seems to be going pretty well, so I think I'm going to continue to keep doing this. I just kind of wake up, grab some coffee, and then I jump on to come interact with you guys, communicate, and just see if I can answer any questions like that. Turn the music down a little bit. If you are watching the VOD, you can check the description. You can also check the top of the comments, and you should be able to see some timestamps to get to the topics that we'll be talking about today, which the main topic that I'd like to discuss today is don't play in traffic. So obviously that's what the title is there, but what that actually specifically means is how you understand or how most people are seeming to understand the development of Escape from Tarkov. And I'm going to go into a little bit of detail there to hopefully help you guys understand. I know that this is a huge subject for trolls. It just seems like they always want to come in and say, you know, the game's shit and all that stuff, and they always say, oh, it's always broken, it's constantly broken, and you're not necessarily wrong, because it's still in development, which I'm sure I'll get lots of flack for saying that. It's always in development, forever in development, all that kind of stuff. But we're going to get into that today. So I'm going to let people roll in for the live stream here. What up, Logan? It's gamer time indeed, Jack. What's up? Good morning. Hey, Rob. Morning, Kelpie. Let traffic play with you. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully this is like a good analogy. This is like a good example. We'll see. But there was a ton of questions yesterday. It took me a minute to get my the video that I posted yesterday up, because my voice was pretty much gone after that stream yesterday. You guys went nuts with the questions. He's been a great way to start my day. Thanks for keeping up with them. Yeah, I think they're pretty cool. Coming to hang out with you guys. We got a couple of a-holes here and there, but that's to be expected. That's what Jack's here for. What up, class? Good morning. Thanks for making all these info video. They answer a lot of questions about the state of the game. That's the plan. Hopefully they help out with understanding Tarkov. Morning, Alexander. All right, so per the usual, I'm going to remember to put my slideshow up here, but we also got some stuff that we're going to show on stream today as well. I'm going to turn the music down just a smidge. All right, so the way that I run these usually is I have like a little bit of a topic that I want to get to, and then that'll just kind of like start the conversations going. You guys will ask a bunch of questions, I'm sure, and then we can just kind of rattle off from there. So today's topic, as you can see from the title, is don't play in traffic. And the reason why I'm using that as the title is I'm kind of using it as like an analogy here. So we take this down. So bear with me a little bit here, guys. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how well this is understood here. So we've got our country road here. Picture this country road as like the first, you know what? This is actually I'm gonna turn the music off for a little bit so that I can keep my thought process together. I have no notes, well, I have like an idea, but I don't really have notes. This isn't like scripted or anything, so I kind of have to go off the fly with these live streams in the morning, because I literally just wake up, I grab some coffee, and I come and hang out with you guys. So picture this open country road as one of the first patches for Escape from Tarkov, and really this could be any game that is currently in development, but picture this as one of the most earliest patches for Escape from Tarkov. It's dirt, so there's going to be bumps along the way. There's going to be issues. Avoid some of these that actually aren't dirt. But picture this one. Let's put this one over here. It's dirt. It's gonna have its bumps. It's not perfect. It's on its way to becoming, better as we go. And but you'll notice it's super straight and it's super simple. There's not a lot of traffic on it, and it just makes sense. So if you want to go down that road, you go down that road. But it's pretty simple. There's not a whole lot on it. You're just looking at some fields. Fields are beautiful, but there's not a whole lot going on with it. Now we move up a couple patches. Things get a little bit more difficult, and there's some more traffic because there's a hell of a lot more players, and it's a little bit, it's starting to get a little bit more congested. This is how I'm going at explaining to you guys that the game keeps breaking, because every time that someone says that, and I just say, like, it's in development, literally building the game breaks the game until you actually fix that last patch. So you build an iteration of the game, you build a specific patch of the game, and it links to past pieces of that game somehow, some way. It finds a way to break past pieces. And remember, guys, this is like the super oversimplified way of discussing this. So don't get into the nitty-gritty. I'm just trying to help anyone that doesn't understand that in game development, as you go from patch to patch, things are going to break. You're going to need to go back and fix them, and it'll get, as you hit the major releases, it'll hit in waves. Like as you hit the major releases, it'll get much smoother. But then as you go hot fix to hot fix, it'll get, you'll start having your more bugs, and you'll start getting your more desync, your server issues and stuff like that. And on top of just the normal stuff, like there could be power outages at certain server suppliers and stuff like that, server providers and things like that. So there's tons and tons and tons of things that feed into this road that make it congested and make it difficult to go down, to make it to, I'm using this as an example to play Escape from Tarkov. If we're considering this road at the end of it is enjoying Escape from Tarkov and playing, in the world of Escape from Tarkov. Now, as you keep going from patch to patch to patch, you get something like this. We're kind of about here right now. We're kind of somewhere in here. Actually, we need more traffic. It's more like this. we're something like this right now. So there's fucking roads everywhere. There's constantly features everywhere, and it's congested to hell. There's tons of people trying to play at once. And like I said, I understand that it's not necessarily the perfect thing, but I'm trying to make this easy for people to understand. And sure, you might use the excuse that it's the devs' fault for making it this way or anything like that. Honest to God, following the game as closely as I have over the past years, I think they genuinely are doing the best that they can, especially since they're growing their studio. I don't think if they were doing some of the things that people say or people think that they're doing, they wouldn't be growing the studio as much as they are, and they wouldn't be doing the things that they're doing. But anyway, we're about here right now. There's a ton of features. There's a tons of people trying to play. It's overloading the servers. It's just a lot to take in, and it's difficult to understand. And you'll notice we don't really see any street signs up here, so we can add that count as the no tutorial. So this is there's some street signs here, but if we go back to the other one, shoot, where'd the other one go? I don't know. We'll use this one for now. It's just super confusing. There's a lot going on. It's gonna take some time to get to that point. As we go from patch to patch, it's going to, break as we go along, and that's just game development. And I saw some people yesterday that were saying that this shouldn't be a valid excuse for having the development take too long. I don't see it that way, so I'm gonna keep using it. So I'm just gonna say, take a break. If it is genuinely frustrating you, take a break. I don't understand why that's not valid. It's in development. It's not like it's going to be here in a few months. If it's genuinely, pissing you off, it should be a game. You should be able to enjoy yourself as much as Tarkov is supposed to be, quote unquote, not fun. It having those characteristics of not being fun is what makes it fun to me. And I know I'm not alone with that. And that was like some of the subject that we got into yesterday too. It's a work in progress, guys. It's just a work in progress. I don't know why some people don't accept that unless they're a troll. I know why they're doing that. They just want to troll, or they just want to be angry all the time. I don't understand that, but it's genuinely just a work in progress. And as they go from patch to patch, and then incrementally hotfix to hotfix, things are going to break because everything is connected. And then we have the congestion of everyone trying to play at once. That's just how game development in early access with such a popular game like this just works. I know there's a lot more that goes behind that. This is just an oversimplification of how that ends up working out or picturing that. But hopefully that helps some of you guys out. And now for the rest of the time, we can just kind of rattle off on that. That is my example for today. So we've got our early patches with the easy, simple, straight. It's a dirt road, so there's going to be bumps along the way. So it's on its way going to a normal road. And then we've got our little bit more congested. There's a bit of a curve to it, and there's a lot more people playing it. Let's turn the music down just a smidge. There's a lot more people playing it. It's a little bit more difficult to traverse. And then right about now, we're sitting at something like this. So just let BSG do their thing. And then if it ever gets to a point that it's actually an issue, there's going to be plenty of people that call it out. But for right now, it's still in development. It makes sense to be where it is. All right. Chat box should be up. We'll put the slideshow up. Something I wanted to do today as well, guys. If you guys have like some cool screenshots or something, let me get this going here. Where's the chat box? There it is. Morning. I wanted to put this up here. If you guys have some cool screenshots, I wanted to get to 1,000 followers on Twitter. I think I'm at like 920 or something like that. So this will be this will be best of both worlds for both of us. If you have some cool screenshots, at me on Twitter and send them to me on Twitter, and I'll put them in the slideshow. But I should have a link. Image. Yeah, today I literally just woke up and started the stream. So we're running a smidge late. My bad, guys. Okay with that. All right, we'll do something like this. So if you guys have some cool screenshots or something that you want on the that you want me to show off on stream, there's that link. And then also, I think I can do this. Can I do this? Oh, it's not working. Shoot. All right. Well, that's my link. That's at a nice guy, and I'll. So if you guys have some cool screenshots, at me on Twitter and send them to me, and I'll put them in for tomorrow. I'll put them in the slideshow for tomorrow. All right, let's get going here. Morning. Man, love your videos. Thanks, Askold. I think that gear fear is a big part of not wanting to play the game at a time. You overcome that. I have a few videos about gear fear that should be able to help you out if that's something that you personally struggle with. And the end, like the around launch economy, like the quote-unquote end game economy, should be able to help out a lot more with that as well. A couple of these guys already have the idea, guys. If you have a question specifically for me, make sure that you use what you see Jack, the mod, using there, the Rustiest One using there, and also UE Emperor, UE Emperor using, where it's the @niceguy space Tarkov. I'll put it up here. Theoretically, it should also pop up as a thing that you can click too. That if you click that pops up as like orange in my chat, so it sticks out much easier for me to be able to answer your question. Do you think BSG was expecting the game to get this popular? They absolutely did not. I was there when there was only 1,000 people playing the game, and they did not. So there was a lot of things that they had. Just genuinely didn't have the server infrastructure ready. There's just everything kind of blew up when they had that. It's probably, I don't know. It would be 14 months ago, or when they first had the first Twitch drops on obviously Twitch there. Everything just blew up. Everything went tenfold, or at least fourfold, from what I understand. And the community blew up, and they just weren't ready for it. The game had been around for years, and lots of big names actually had been checking it out. I know Shroud was checking it out earlier. I know Summit was checking it out earlier than that. And then we also have a bunch of people here and there, Sack, Real Smoke, all those guys that were checking out earlier than that. But for some reason, with the Twitch drops and that patch, it was just a perfect storm, and it blew up from there. We'll see what happens. we'll see what happens with that. I think they're catching on to the popularity now. It should be good by now. I'd love to see more trailer-like combat in Tarkov, aka squad versus squad, USEC versus bear, etc. That would make Tarkov so much more awesome. The open world will be awesome. Open world will be very cool. I'm not really sure what you mean by the trailer-like combat. I mean, that's kind of like if a couple squads go at each other, that's kind of it, isn't it? Or are you talking about something different? First time, long time. Love the videos. Hey, thanks, Tanner. Keep on fornicating. I do swear a little bit in these. Hopefully there isn't people in here that like don't want to hear me swear or whatever, because I do tend to swear. If I'm just talking, I swear. I'm from Boston, guys. I'm from New England. Like, I swear all the time. I played hockey growing up. It's just I swear all the fucking time. But for some reason, I just thought that fornicating sounded funnier, and I thought it would be like a thing that like if the day ever comes where like I make a T-shirt, fornicating is going to be on that very first T-shirt at some point. It's going to be nice guy, whatever merch, whatever the fuck. It's going to be fornicate is going to be fornicating or fornicate is going to be involved somewhere, because I just think it's funnier. I just think it's everyone says fuck, everyone says fucking, but like I just think fornicate just sounds funnier, and I don't know. That's just the thing. Do you have any tips for handling financial destruction without Bitcoin? Oh man, I can't really Twitchton. Given the current economy, it wouldn't make sense for me to explain something specific about that. But in terms of like making money in general, I have that interchange run guide. And then I also have a couple different guides in terms of like how to properly equip yourself per raid based on your skill level and stuff to hopefully mitigate and, lessen the curve or whatever they used for the beginning of COVID there. flatten the curve of your loss, basically, when it comes to if you're having hard times in Tarkov. But the economy is pretty nuts right now because of the Bitcoin, because of how the wipe started and stuff like that. So I can't really go making videos specifically about the economy right now, or specifically about how to help people when it's based on this economy, because it's late wipe and it was such a crazy wipe economy-wise. It would be negated in a month or two. Well, hopefully a month or two when we get the next wipe. But I hope that interchange video helps you out. It should be how noobs become millionaires. I think that's the title I did. Do you think killing raiders will affect scav karma? I don't actually know, because they're not scavs. So not to mention they aggro immediately, so I don't think that they would. I don't think that that would affect karma, because they should aggro immediately. How many players will be maximum per raid? Depends on the map. Depends on the map. If it's going to be open world, we don't know yet. I know that BSG want, and this is going to be fucking nuts, they want 40 players for Streets. And given the size that I think Streets is going to be, and I have actually done some 3D mock-ups and stuff. I did a video on that the other day. And by the other day, I mean like months ago. I say the other day for everything. I think 40 players would work. We'll see if it works on the server side of things, but I don't think they're going to have a problem having at least 20 on that. So there's going to be a lot of people. And 40 players can hide pretty well, from what I understand. There's going to be lots of buildings, lots of places to hide. I think 40 players might do fine on in terms of the space of Streets. We'll just see if it actually has the ability to do that. And that's going to be the biggest map besides the open world. So we'll see what happens with that. Will we be able to get Cavalda's hammer as a usable melee? I don't know. That's a good question. I do not know. That is an amazing question. I haven't heard that yet. What's something, I guess, that hasn't necessarily happened yet for anybody else? I mean, we can get Kill his helmet, we can get Sturman's SVD, we can get his Red Rebel if he spawns with it. Yeah, that's a good question. We might be able to get that hammer. We'll see. We'll see. Do you know if they have any process on how they drop the next gun? Hoping to see G36 AUG and even G3. Those are all planned. Apparently, it has something to do with how the gun functions. I know that they had but they had a specific example with the PPSH a while back when they put the PPSH out, because it was like an open bolt and they hadn't done too many open bolts like that in the past. So they wanted to get all the animation work and they wanted to get all that together to have that gun in game because of how difficult it functions. And for those that don't know, I think they toned it back a little bit to help with the server side of stuff, especially if you don't have like a dust cover or anything on the gun. But everything in the gun actually functions. So the hammer, all the spring systems, all of the recoil, every little mechanism in each gun actually functions when it fires. So it's nuts. So that's why that kind of reacts differently. And I know with the scars, they have the reciprocating bolt carrier, or I mean, it would be obviously a bolt carrier, but it would be charging handle too with the bolt. So maybe that had something to do with it. And G36, does the G36, is that reciprocating? I forget. I know they have the weird charging handle where it's like in the middle and it can go either way. I'm not sure what's up with the G36. The G3, yeah, I don't know of any mechanism that would be different with that, especially not from like an FAL. And the AUG, there could be something going on with the bullpup and whatnot inside that, so I'm not sure with that either. But those are all planned, so, you know, we'll see. Soon TM. Is CMMG Mutant confirmed as semi-auto? That is a huge question, because I just realized, or I just saw yesterday from someone in the comments that it is 800 rounds per minute, and that would be insane. That far overshoot. Oh, boy. Am I still with you here, guys? I just had a massive drop. Can you guys hear me? One in chat if you guys can hear me. My frames just plummeted. Yeah, we can? Okay, all right, all good. I just had a I just like, okay, you guys are good, you guys are good. I see you. All right, I don't know what to, oh geez, it's coming back. Welcome to why it's difficult for me to stream on Twitch. I hope nothing specific is happening. My frames keep dropping off a cliff for no apparent reason. All right, yeah, I'll just kind of keep going along here, guys. If your question gets muffled because I end up dropping frames or something, this is the first time this has happened on YouTube. So, if your question gets muffled or if it gets cut off, DM me on oh my God, it keeps happening. It keeps dropping. I don't know what's going on here, guys. We'll go ahead and maybe the VOD will pick it up and maybe the VOD will be good. But I'll just kind of keep going forward here and see what happens for the next you know, half an hour here. Fornicate update confirmed. I hope so. In the trailers, you see a rather large amount of people, 5 to 10 versus the same amount. Imagine normal raid, but instead 12. Well, that's the karma system, right? So if you come up against some, if you're a bear and you come up against some bears, you should be able to work together. You make morning so much better. I just listened these morning in class, and I'll be dropping a Twitch Prime next stream. I appreciate it, Rustiest One. Appreciate it. Pay attention to school, though. Pay attention. With VoIP and how it has played out with other games, players abusing it, is there really even a workaround if things don't implement smoothly? They are terrified of VoIP. Nikita himself is absolutely terrified of VoIP. So they are going to do everything they can to make it actually work correctly and all that stuff. They're going to make it make sense in the world of Tarkov. Because, trust me, they are terrified of it. They don't want what you think is going to happen, which is there's going to be some people. But then again, with VoIP, I mean, I made a couple videos talking about this in detail, so I'll just touch on this really quickly. It just works differently. It's going to work differently in Escape from Tarkov because all those other games that you're worried about, the people can respawn, they can keep coming back. There can be, like, hundreds of people coming at you, like if we use like PlayerUnknown and other BRs and stuff like that as an example. In Tarkov, you're going to very easily be able to find them with that VoIP, and you're going to be able to kill them, and they're not going to come back because it's Tarkov. They're not going to be raided. They're not going to be able to come back. So maybe they'll have something interesting pop up. I haven't heard anything specific about this, but I know that it would make sense where scavs can't actually communicate with PMCs. And maybe, like, I thought that would be an interesting thing. I'm not sure how you would actually code that or how that would be a thing, but that would be interesting because we know that there's lots and lots and lots of stream sniping and people able to figure out where each other are, and not to mention just normal trollingness going on with people as scavs. So I think it would be kind of interesting if they were able to figure out a way to get it so that scavs can't VoIP to PMCs. I don't know. I thought that would be interesting. Let me know what you guys think about that. In what update do you think they do the armor hitbox thing? I think 13 at this rate. I think we're going to get that with 13. I think we're going to get that with Streets, but we'll see. Do you think the overwhelming numbers is going to cause later features to suffer from quality loss due to burnout and overwhelming work? No, because they're pretty confident and they're pretty determined to do what they've set out to do. I tell you what though, everyone being like super toxic in the time, like when they do have the live streams and everyone, you know, all that stuff, that will definitely get to them. I hope the addition of that new community lead can help things out with some moderation and helping them understand that that is a very bad, you know, subsection of the community, and the actual community really appreciates what they do, and we're here to wait. We're here to get the game that we've been here to play and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll see what happens. When do you think the factory expansion is going to be? I know it's going to come with 12.11. I just did a video with 12.11 Infinite Eat. Go check that out from yesterday. Will we be able to get Cavallo's hammer? Yeah, that's a good question. I talked about that earlier. Answered that question as well. Good morning, Raleigh. Do you think the overwhelming numbers is going to cost? Yep, already answered that one, Kelpie. I know I'm a little bit behind, but that's fine. You're not like spamming it or nothing, so I appreciate that. You now have to do a Cavallo the Hammer tutorial on how to bum rush people with the hammer. That would be really cool if we do get that, actually. I mean, it could, because it's a weapon. I mean, the only thing I can think of that we wouldn't get from scav bosses so far is like their clothing, and that's not clothing, that's a weapon. So I think we might be able to get that. We'll see. Are they removing Peacekeeper? No. 2, what's your thought process with that? Why would they be removing Peacekeeper? What's up with that? What did you hear, or what do you think? I want to elaborate on that for me. I'm curious. And next question. I'm curious how open world is actually going to be in the end. I have a video specifically about open world. They're going to work their way up to it with map-to-map travel and stuff like that. The Cavallo hammer, yeah. Do you think they will increase toilet paper spawn rates after? Yeah, Jude Sutton, you got to chill with that, bub. I saw you here the other day. You were spamming quite a lot about that. I didn't catch that yesterday, but I'll catch it today, so chill. I'll give you one warning on that since you were here spamming the other day about that stuff. So, Jude Sutton, chill. Do you think the AUG will have a progressive trigger like IRL? Knowing battle state, I'm sure that they would figure out a way to do that. You said they cut back the gun internals to help us. I think they did. Although they are going to be. Actually, let me read the rest of your question. I've been really bad at that. You said they cut back the gun internals to help with servers. What did they change? I remember when you could see rounds loaded in the chamber inside the guns. Were those stuff? Okay, so that you're genuinely just asking about that. No, that is not like directly from BSG. That's not. I think. I thought I remembered at some point they toned it down a little bit unless you had a dust cover or unless you didn't have a dust cover. Something like that. That's cooked up in my brain based off of, you know, I think I remember hearing something like that. It might not have happened. But thanks for calling me out on that. I should have been more clear with that. And for all I know, if they did, it was temporary and now it's back to normal. And I know for a fact they're planning on adding significant more internal parts, you know, trigger systems. What's the right word for that? Trigger mechanisms and stuff like that for internals, and they're going to go deeper into that. So there's a lot more with that coming. Fornicate and moist are the best words. Yeah, I didn't think of it like that. I guess that is my moist. I guess that is my moist word there. I didn't think of it like that. I just think it's funny. They are located in Russia. Yeah, St. Petersburg. They're terrified of open... Nah. Chill with that, agent. This is not for Tarkov, but I can't send you a DM on Twitter. I mean, no, don't DM, like, at me. Do at nice guy. Like, tweet at nice guy and then put the picture in. Just follow me and then do at nice guy and then, you know, have the tweet be that picture, and I'll put it in the screenshot. I'll be honest. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers on Twitter, so I'm trying to, you know, you help me out, I'll help you out. I'll put the or at least I'll show your screen. I'll show your screenshot in the stream. Rip to PMC scavs communicating and using extract together. Then oh fuck, you're right. Never mind, agent. Yeah. That's yep. That can't happen. Never mind. So the thing I talked about where scavs can't use VoIP with players. That's Yeah, that's not going to happen. Great call out there, agent. Thank you for being the voice of reason there on that one. That wouldn't be able to happen then. So never mind. Actually, wonder if it would be based on karma. Because maybe, all right, so bear with me on this one for a second here, guys. What if like someone was like super bad karma because maybe they're like trolling a lot with their scav or whatever, and if their karma isn't bad, it makes them not be able to VoIP with other people. I feel like that would be in the same boat, right? If someone's like super low karma, like super bad karma, they're probably going to be the ones, you know, playing shit through their mic, playing music and stuff through their mic. I wonder if that, I don't know, pick that apart. Do you think there would be any issues with that popping up? Because it's going to be separated between scavs and PMCs, so that could literally just be for scavs or just be for PMCs. Let me know what you guys think about that. That's a kind of an interesting take on it. I wonder if that, because it would be the same boat in terms of trolls. Yep, the Cavalda tutorial for sure. I also need to know what Soon TM. Soon TM is sort of just like a meme. They say soon a lot. They do say soon a lot. Are we having issues here? What's up? I am dropping frames this morning for some reason. Not sure what's up with that. Anyway, should be good. Okay, so I know you guys can hear me because I can see it now. So it's just I'm seeing a lot of fluctuation with frames and stuff on my end. So hopefully the VOD will pick this stuff up. I lost my train of thought. Oh, Soon TM. Soon TM is, it's basically just a meme. They say soon a lot because they're being real careful with what they want to do with dates. We see it now with the wipes. They really don't want to give a date for a wipe these days. So soon.
Thanks for the constant updates and info on Tarkov. Keep it up, man.
Steve, Steven, thank you for the 10. Appreciate the kind words. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. 10's too much. Thanks. You didn't need to do that, man. Thank you. Yeah, so it's so Soon TM. I know it's not just Tarkov 2. It's just it's Soon trademark. So they like trademarked. It's like the meme is that they trademarked the word soon because they say it so much, that kind of a thing. So Soon TM. But generally speaking, if you see Soon TM, it's planned. Like it's going to be coming to the game. If you see a Soon TM, it's beyond planned. It's like they're like, we're currently working on it or whatever. And then if you hear like a soon TM, then it should be coming in the next patch, or it should be coming actually, you know, what most people would think of the word soon to mean. And then if you hear like more than that, it should be very, you know, it should be like next week or whatever. So if you hear someone, or specifically Nikita or someone from BSG say soon TM, then no, it's coming like actually like in the next couple weeks or whatever. That's just our own little language inside the Tarkov community. BSG should just always have this game in development. I don't know about that. It's definitely not on their it's definitely not on their mind to do that because they want to move on to Russia 2028 and things like that. So they have their ideas for the game. They have their plans for the game. They're gonna set out to accomplish those plans and do what they want to do with the game, and then they're gonna move on to the next one. It's going to take a few years to get to that, but that's the plan. That's how things move. They want to make Russia 2028 someday, so hopefully they can. When do you think wipe is? And I literally just did that yesterday. Loxer, go check out my video I posted yesterday. You'll hear everything you need to know on that one. Tell Nikita we need an AA12 that shoots KS23. Oh, jeez, dude. That'd be nuts. I don't think the AA12 is planned because it doesn't... Excuse me. I don't think they... I think the last I heard about that is it doesn't see any kind of, like, specific, actual, like, realistic combat use in the modern world or anything like that. I know that it's a thing and it's out there. And it sure shit wouldn't make sense to be in a Russian, like, population. So I think the AA-12 is a no-go, but I don't know. We'll see. Face reveal. You guys don't need to see my face to understand Tarkov better. The USP is going to be 45, right? Yes. Is there a chance that 12.11 will also get Lighthouse? Absolutely not. We're not going to get Lighthouse. Unless they pull some crazy shit and it's a complete surprise, which they've done that kind of things before, but it wouldn't be with a map. It would be like with a gun or something that we didn't think was coming yet. So I very, very, very to the nth degree, you know, believe that Lighthouse would be coming with 12.11. It's just, I don't think it's going to happen. June to set up for a December 12.13 release. There's not, so 12.13 isn't that patch. 13 is the patch. So, agent, so picture, you know, it's 12.11, 12.12, 12.13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 13. Patch 13, That is streets. So that's what that patch 13. It's not 12.13. It's straight up 13. Get rid of the 12, 13. I like the low karma equals no VoIP idea. Yeah, I thought that maybe that'd be an interesting way to go at things. Any infos about the range for VoIP? Nothing specific on that. We don't even have a date or related to that or nothing. Looks like totally not Nick TV was being rude. If there was actually something that you want to talk about, man, I don't know if you're, just join the Discord and DM me in Discord or something like that. If there's actually something legitimate. If you're just here to troll, then have a nice day. Is there a reason it's called a wipe, or is it a foreshadow for the rumors of the upcoming? Okay, chill, dude. You guys really, I don't know where you guys are going with that stuff, but yeah. So wipe is just it wipes everything clean. Everything's removed. Everything's deleted. You lose all your progress. That kind of a thing. That's the whole point of a wipe. Same thing with Rust. Same thing with I guess anything that has like I don't know, Minecraft servers, stuff like that. They wipe everything and then you have to start from scratch. Was catering more to the game's NA player base a reason behind hiring? Is the absolutely not, JM, because the Blizzard community manager guy is actually Russian. He's Russian. So absolutely not. It's actually the opposite. He worked over like the Russian side of things. Does BSG have a place where I can submit ideas? Absolutely. The forums, Rustiest One. Go check on the forums. Depending on the idea, it'll need the backing of the community. So if you run the idea by me, and I specifically like it, maybe I'll endorse you a little bit with your idea there, and maybe they'll see it a little bit quicker. By the way, any of you guys that have that, any crazy ideas or anything like that, feel free to leave them in comments. If you post them on the forums, I'm generally not on the forums a ton because sometimes it turns into a shit show over there. But if you jump on Discord and you want to get some feedback or anything like that, feel free to shoot me a DM or anything like that. I'd love to discuss it. Or pop it up in chat. I've always thought it would be awesome if they added ghillie suits. Ghillie suits are tough because of the graphical requirements behind them and how they're going to move with, the environment and stuff like that. I know they talked about them in the past, and I'm sure I have that in a video, whether they said a yes or no for the ghillie suits. I don't take this as gospel. I think they said no. I think they said no to ghillie suits based on like the graphical requirements in order to get those to function correctly, like actually like have it be sway and not be like a one piece thing. Not to mention it would be a cover for over all of your gear, and that's just not what they like have there. That's just not how things are set up right now. So like I said, don't take that as gospel, but I think they said no about ghillie suits. Firstly, how are you? Busy. And secondly, which Scar is better? I don't know. We'll find out. I like just the Scar platform in general. I think the Scar H is going to stick out a little bit more. And then the Scar L, it's going to depend heavily on control, like how well you can control it, and the fire rate for sure, because you've got the HK416 to compete with there. Or it could be like an accessibility thing, because the 416 is a pretty late game thing. So maybe if we have access to the Scar somewhere between the M4 and the 416, there's a lot that can go into that. There's a lot that can go into that for sure. I gotta take a sip of my water here, guys. Have they thought about adding the ability to heal your teammate? They've more than thought about it. That's actually coming. Buddy healing is coming. That's planned. Sanitar does that to his scav buddies right now, and that's like a test to be moved to PMCs in the future. Do we have any words on HK417 coming to the game? 100%. We even have a little bit of this going on now. Actually, and remember, guys, if you have any questions about guns in Tarkov, make sure you check out my most recent Future Guns in Tarkov. I'm gonna jump over here to. Thanks for all the follows, guys. Appreciate it. That's actually a ton of really cool screenshots. Actually, you guys got some cool screenshots here, so I'll add these to the. What's it called? Slideshow. Battle state. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be the G28. I don't know if this is, because he has in the past confirmed the HK417. So if this G28, if this HK G28 isn't, in their mind, isn't going to suffice for the 417, then the 417 should also be coming as well. But let me show this off here. Where are you? Damn, they shared a ton of behind-the-scenes pictures. If you guys haven't seen this, make sure you go check out on the Battlestate Games Twitter. They shared a ton of behind-the-scenes stuff for the Raid series. There's a lot here. As I'm scrolling through trying to find this, including that Dishka scene that Dishka's firing off. Boop, 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 boop. Wow, they retweet a lot of people. Come on, come on, come on. We gotta make this quick. There's actually, am I an idiot? Hold on, I think I have I can probably find the picture from my, like, folder quicker here. Alright, let me answer a question while I'm looking for this. Have they thought about adding the ability to heal? Okay, yeah, we got that. I get it, there's not gonna, yeah, chill, dude. Chill with that. Yeah, also too, chill with that. Do you think a max's good karma could give you a chance to getting things like ammo back or random things left in your backpack? I don't think so, because that's like there's a specific, I think it's even in the lore too, but there's like a code, and there's also like oh, what the fuck am I saying? You can't insure bullets, right? You just can't insure bullets. So if you can't insure bullets, you shouldn't get them back, that kind of a thing. You get back what's insured. I think that's probably the simplest way to answer that. Okay, here it is. We'll go back over to the screen again. So here's the work in progress shot that we saw of the G28 here. This is the HK G28. It's going to be 7.62. In fact, I think it even says it like right there. It's going to be 7.62. And for all intents and purposes, this is like a more marksman rifle of the and this is specifically from Battlestate, guys. This is literally work in progress from Battlestate Games. So this is a Soon TM gun, the HK G28. It seems like it's not going to be a full auto, because I'm pretty sure that this is like a marksman rifle. But if this is not the HK 417 in mind, then the 417 will be coming as well. So you can check that out on Twitter, and I talked about it in my Future Guns video too. So yeah, G28. Do you think the game will be more tactical and less run and gun in the end? I do believe it is going to be that, because that's what they had in mind for the game. Now, when it comes to run and gun, the inertia and how they end up doing strength and endurance, and how they end up doing the weight system with, you know, armor and ammo and guns and all that, it's gonna affect it big time. So there's gonna be a lot of balance in that way. Personally, I know Clean just did a tweet recently with this that blew up a bit. Whenever he talks about inertia, it blows up. Everyone loves to talk about inertia in Clean's community, but it's like, I think that there's a weird kind of like gray area, and like I say every time we come up with this, I love the idea of Escape from Tarkov. I love this game in general. So whatever they end up doing, I'm gonna adapt. But personally, I kind of like how quick it is in some points. Like, I know there's some desync issues, and I know there's the AD is weird, but I think it's a necessary kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like a necessary kind of like middle ground, because you can't, it's just easier to hit the D key than lean, and it's just quicker. We know it's quicker. And so depending on what they do with inertia, and depending on what they do with the weight system and all that stuff, I'm going to adapt. But personally, I do like the speed where it's at, and I know there's plenty of people that disagree with that and all that stuff. So like I said, depending on, it's BSG's game, they'll decide what they want to do with it. And I'm sure that there's going to be plenty that affects the inertia. There's going to be plenty that affects the weight system and all that stuff down the line. So we'll see what happens with that. Not exactly on topic. So the topic today is sort of just kind of like feedback and understanding. I hope it's because we had so many fucking questions yesterday. I'm going to keep the topics a little bit more open-ended these days. So if you guys do have a specific thing you wanted to discuss when it comes to, you know, always development and stuff, which I think some people already have in the today, But I'd love to elaborate on that a bit more. But if you didn't see what I talked about earlier, make sure you if it's live, you can rewind, and then of course in your VOD you can rewind. But if you're in the VOD, you would have seen that already. Anyway, not exactly on topic, but I would like to see some experienced 5-man team games from you and Tarkov. There is literally no organized 5-man experience team content out there. Really funny that you mentioned that, because that's actually kind of a priority of mine. I've been looking for the past few months now. I have lots of friends. One of them's in here right now that play Escape from Tarkov. Some of them play for fun. Some of them play very seriously. And I used to be part of a Milsim Arma group a while back, and that's when I was first getting into Escape from Tarkov. And those guys, shout out to the 506 IR for that Arma group. And it wasn't necessarily like my style. I liked the way that they ran things and everything, but in terms of like the milsim and in terms of like how you have to communicate with each other, is just like I'm still part of it. I'm gonna still, when I can, I'm gonna jump into their operations and stuff like that. But yeah, the way that it's like a method to the madness with how they run it, and I just thought it was a lot of fun for a long time. And like I said, I'm still part of it, and I'll jump into a couple of their operations. But you really need something like that in order to get 5-mans to work correctly in Escape from Tarkov. Everyone needs to be on the same page. They need to have a succession of command, a chain of command for that squad, so that everyone understands exactly what they're doing. They need to understand how to communicate. It's a lot. It's very realistic in that sense to understand how to survive as a 5-man, and we've survived plenty of times as 5-mans, even with people that are kind of fucking around a little bit, as long as you just get on the same page with how you want to communicate and how you want to run, how you want to go at specific raids. And I think it's only going to get easier in the future, so we'll see what ends up happening with that, especially with like VoIP and proximity chat and stuff like that. So that's actually a priority of mine. I really want to crack the nut that is, groups bigger than 3-mans being able to efficiently be successful, or to consistently be successful in Escape from Tarkov. That's one of the goals of mine for this game. Ever take up airsoft at a local field? I used to play paintball. I never got into airsoft too much. I used to play paintball, but it was speedball, airball, whatever you want to call it. That's a discussion for a different day. I played a lot of paintball. Do you think it's the civilian or the military version of this car? It's going to be the military. It's going to be full auto. Boop, 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 boop. Good one, Dale. I'm thinking of upgrading to EOD, but I'm not sure. Is there anything new that EOD players will get in the future? I mean, apart from all the DLC. You get the DLC right off the bat. And if you think you need the upgraded stash or all the extra the first gear and stuff, then yeah, maybe check out EOD. I'd wait for a sale though. Wait for a sale. Nikita said those maps were canceled. The fuck are you talking about, bub? No maps are canceled? That's not right. He did not say that. I was trying to articulate if they plan on patch 13 coming by end of December. They want patch 13 this year. Expect it in the fall. Yeah, I don't know what that guy's on. That's not a thing. In fact, I'm going to hide you in the channel because I don't know where you're getting your information, but RL, you can't come in here and spreading shit like that. That didn't happen. Boop, boop, boop. Do you think you'll get marked and cursed after you chill? Jude, if you guys are going to be... Jude, you're going to be doing stuff like that, and Dale, too. Dale was doing something similar. If you guys are going to be trolling like this, let's be a little bit more appropriate here, guys. I'll give you the last warning on that one. If you do something weird like that, just chill. Just don't be doing stuff like that. We're going to hide you in the channel if you do stuff like that. Dale and Jude Sutton, that's your last warning. The HK G28Z will be semi-auto only, and it may work with SR25 like magazines, so we might not get 20+ round magazines. Yeah, it's going to be like a marksman rifle, so. If 12.11 is a wipe, would it be weird for Lighthouse to be added in the middle of the next wipe, or get its own wipe? It might be one of those things that doesn't get a wipe. Just because of map releases doesn't mean that it is going to be a wipe. It's just everything that is coming with that patch makes sense for that to be a wipe. I explained that in yesterday's video, so go check that out if you haven't seen it yet. But Lighthouse should be between whenever we get 12.11 and Streets. At least that's what their plan was. When do you think Tarkov is going to become open world? So Rusty, they mentioned that there's going to be map-to-map travel, and then they're going to work their way up to open world. So once we see some map-to-map travel, know that eventually, pretty soon we will be seeing a little bit more open world, because in terms of like the server side things and in terms of proper testing, we're going to go from one map to the other first and then see how that works out, and then to another map, and then we'll group them, and then we'll go from there. We'll keep increasing the size from there. I have a video talking about that process specifically too. Search open world on my main channel there, and you'll see it. That's exactly why 5-man content is going to be an extremely good system to showcase on Tarkov. It doesn't need too much yes sir, no sir. A good balance is important, and you can crack jokes for sure. Yeah, 100%. We've had very successful raids, very successful raid streaks with people who are just kind of nonchalant playing, and as long as you guys understand the map, and there's like sort of like kind of with 5 people, it would ideally be 1 person in charge, and then if that 1 person goes down, there's like I said, there's a succession and there's a chain of command kind of a thing, where it's not like a yes sir kind of a thing, but it's just 1 person calls the shots so that everyone is on the same page. It makes it kind of a little bit easier when it's set up like that, and it makes it a lot of fun actually. And you definitely survive, and you definitely do way better. Just even on a insurance side of things, if you're one of the first people to die, you can practically guarantee you're gonna get your stuff back because your buddies are gonna drop your gear for you. So yeah, that's one of my focuses for Escape from Tarkov in general, is trying to crack the nut that is 5-man groups. Do you think ground loot should have physics? MGL on customs, blasting dorms, and knocking loose loot all over? That is such a huge requirement. That is a huge tax on the server. As cool as it would be, that falls into the as realistic as playable kind of stuff. I don't think that the server can handle it. I don't think the game will handle it. So there's a reason why Gary's mod was the pixel ratio and the kind of graphics that it had, because it was taxing. There was a lot going on with it. So I don't think something as cool as that would be, I don't think it's going to be a thing. Boop, boop, boop. When will they ever make the UMP more customizable? Good question. I'm not exactly sure. I really hope that suppressor is coming soon, though. Do you know if BSG have some words on town and suburbs? Nope, but I have some questions out that I'm waiting to hear back on for stuff like that. So we'll see if we get some answers on that stuff. Town and suburbs has not been talked about in a minute. Do you think they will release all the maps before they add open world? I'm not sure. I know that they want, of course, which makes sense, but they definitely want every single one of the planned maps that they have right now. If you go to the wiki, or if you go to, you go to pick what map you want to go to before your next raid there in game, every single one of those maps, and maybe, we're going to include an arena on that too. We're going to add arena to that list. Every single one of those are going to be in the game before release, which obviously that makes sense, but the game is not going to release until every single one of those maps are in. Do you think we'll ever get ragdolls? There's going to be more advanced ragdolls. Hector, also, like what Jack just said there, it's at nice guy space Tarkov, and that's what makes it pop up as orange. I just happened to catch yours there. Guys, if you're trying to ask me questions, do at nice guy space Tarkov, and it pops up as like an orange prompt from me in my chat here, because there's lots of people talking, so I can't absolutely see everyone. But I'll try. I just happened to catch you there for some reason. So, but yeah, I think that's planned. I think more advanced ragdolls are planned. But that's another server side thing too. That's pretty taxing as well. Make sure you use, Cody Walker. Are they adding VoIP and Scav Karma at the same time? It would make sense, but from what I've heard, VoIP is not coming with Scav Karma. I don't know why they decided to do that. Hopefully they surprise us and bring VoIP, but from the last I heard, VoIP is not coming with Scav Karma. So yeah, believe me, I'm there with you. It's I wish that it was, but apparently it's not. Like I said, hopefully they surprise us. We'll see what happens. What I want with insurance is that when you're playing in a group, it's like labs. You don't get your gear back because your teammates are basically your insurance. That could be a thing. I'm sure there's going to be other locations that are like that. We'll see. I haven't heard anything specific like that past obviously what happens on labs, but yeah. Will all the guns be released with the full release, or will they come after? There's no real specifics on that. I know that the planned weapons, but at least right now that have been public, I'm sure there's more that I haven't even talked about that are planned to be coming. But honestly, at this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some DLC packs that come with some guns. And there's a few very notorious ones that I'm pretty sure will be in the game before launch. You know, with the obviously your Scar's coming, but your G36, your G3, FAMAS, AUG, stuff like that. And then there might be some more obscure behind-the-scenes stuff, or maybe some stuff that doesn't necessarily make sense to be in Tarkov, if it's like some prototype guns or something like that. Maybe they add some of those in some like DLC or something. But all we can go off of right now is what we've seen and what we've heard, and right now we've heard a lot. So if you're interested in guns, make sure you check out my future gun video. Do you think EOD owners will at least get a discount on Arena? I don't think it would be... I mean, maybe they'll add a discount, but right now the only thing on Arena is EOD owners might get it. So if that's in question, maybe there will be a discount. Especially if there's a shit ton of backlash, which it seems like there is. You guys probably don't trust my word on stuff like this, given that you know, I'm here to my content is Escape from Tarkov and stuff like that. But like genuinely, after understanding like what they're actually doing with Arena and all the work that they're going to be doing with it from a game design standpoint, from game production standpoint, it does make sense for them to cost more. They have changed how Arena is going to work for the better. And I think it's worth it. We'll see what happens with it. But if you don't think it's worth it and you don't want that to happen, if you have a very serious reason for that, make sure you give proper feedback and you know, put it up on the forums. I'm sure there's plenty of people that have posts like that on the forums. So go interact with them and make sure you have your voice heard. You put your voice out there and let them know. Super excited for 12.11 because of the scav karma, weapons, inertia, U19, etc. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. I have from a trusted source that 12.10.x does not exist anymore. So they are putting Unity 19 in patch 12.11. The quote-unquote trusted source saw my video and DM me. So the Unity 19 is coming with 12.11. We will not. Next update that we get from BSG is not going to be about a 12.10.x. It is going to be about 12.11. So they did move that into 12.11. Again, with inertia, I don't know if there's going to be any significant inertia changes coming with 12.11. And again, with the VoIP, unless they surprise us, I don't think that's coming with 12.11, but we'll see. How much do you think claymores and traps will impact playstyles in the meta? That we're gonna have to wait and see with that one, because again, with the explosives and the claymores, it's not gonna be like Call of Duty. You can't just run and then hit a button and then now instantly there's a little claymore on the ground with 2 lasers sticking out. There's gonna be setup required, and then it's the entire process, because how you use explosives and how you use claymores and mines in other games is not how you would use it with Escape from Tarkov. Sure, if you want to get a little bit of XP, you can, but I don't think it's going to be worth your investment into that explosive, whether it be through rubles or through the loot that you had to go find it or whatever, to just leave that body there. You're going to want to go loot them. Mines are loud. Mines are very loud. They're going to draw attention. So there's a lot that goes into that to use it in the scope of Escape from Tarkov. We're going to have to see it in game and see how they work. Like I said yesterday, and we're going to keep this between you and me, I don't want too many people doing this, I'm going to see where scav bosses tend to move around on the maps, and I'm going to put mines ahead of them so that they walk into the mines, and I don't have to use a single bullet on Glucose and his boys. I'm just going to have a claymore bop them for me. That's my plan with them. Great vids from you. I'm wondering about NVGs and some EOTech collimators compatibility. I have no idea what you're talking about there. I'm a bit of a gun guy, but I'm not like super nitty gritty. I don't actually know what you're talking about there. Sky Blues, sorry. What DLC do you think will come after EFT? We have some ideas. We have weather. possible with skyscrapers. So the skyscrapers that you see in the back of streets, it's possible that itself is going to be a map with the DLC. And then we have the Scav Life DLC. They're going to expand what you can do with scavs, including depending on what you do, depending on like how you interact with your scav and whatnot, possibly taking control of a scav boss yourself. So that's the current plan. There's a couple of things that are planned like that. All right, guys, this is we're past 10 a.m. here my time. I only do these for about an hour, so I'm going to answer a couple more questions here. I know some of you guys have asked questions already, but for the next 30 seconds or whatever here, put your question in chat, and I'm caught up. I'm at the bottom of chat. I did have to skip some people. I apologize. But if you have a question that is really outstanding that I haven't answered yet, put it in chat over the next 30 seconds or so, and I'll see how many I can bang out before I get out of here. And I already see one from Agent here. You already know Nikita is coding in for Scav's AI to avoid walking over mines once you heard... Yeah, I don't know. It's a mine. So if you do a better job of hiding it, tripwire and stuff, we'll see. Do you think the wipe will be in May? I just did a video about that Oakend. I personally think that that patch 12.11 will be a wipe. And I go into detail with that from my video yesterday. So check out my video from yesterday. Opinion on something as simple as being able to pick up and throw a rock. That takes a lot, because what rocks are you going to be able to pick up? Can you pick up all the rocks? You know what I mean? Like, it's as stupid as that sounds, that's actually a thing. So we have to see what's possible with that. Are you going to carry just rocks with you? Which I guess for strength training, that makes sense. And then there's a lot of physics that go behind that. I know that they want to do like diversion grenades and stuff like that. So we'll see. We'll see. What's your thoughts on gun camos? For example, that spray paint. Spray paint is coming. You are going to be able to spray paint your weapons in the future. Is the factory expansion also a major overhaul, or is it just expanded? Every single time that they expand a map, they also overhaul it. So it's going to be bigger and better than ever. That's like how they do every map expansion. It's going to look better. It's going to be bigger. There's going to be a scav boss boy that's trying to hit you with a hammer. Going to be a lot of fun. Welcome to Tarkov on that one. It's going to be fun. There's going to be a lot coming with it. How will Snow DLC work if only half the player base can access it? It's going to be a good question, actually. Also, I don't know about half. It's going to be DLC. So you can purchase the DLC. I mean, theoretically, how DLC works is I know not everyone buys the DLC, but it would be more than half theoretically, especially like the active player base would be playing it. But good question. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Are they going to add... actually, for all we know, it's going to be a free... Actually, no, that wouldn't make sense, because why would they add it with the EOD where they have to pay extra for it? So maybe it won't be free, but I don't know. Good question, though. Are they going to add ammo insurance with a... No, I don't think that makes sense, because it's ammo. I know that you can... I know that they are planning to allow you to refill your ammo. I'm not sure how that's going to work, if you're going to be able to pick up your rounds and stuff. But that might be a thing. We'll see what happens with that. There's a lot behind that. And past where they want like the specific loads that you can do for sniper rounds and stuff, I'm not sure what they're going to do exactly with that. So we'll wait and see. That's a good question. What are your thoughts about new players versus full gear Chad's players in this wipe? I mean, that's every wipe. Aim for the legs. If they're not wearing a visor, aim for the head. Otherwise, welcome to Tarkov. And if you don't want that to happen, make sure you're playing at the beginning of a wipe. That's really it. That's welcome to Tarkov for you. And if that's annoying to you, then... around launch, there's going to be the persistent and the non-persistent servers. So, check those out. Think about which one of those you're going to play on. Sorry, is probably the better way to put that. Think about which one of those you're going to play on when the day comes. On the rock idea, just a small rock that you would pick up. I understand it's a small rock, but it's still physics. It's still an object on the server. It's still an object to the other players. Trust me, there's a lot behind it. All right, last three questions here. We got IM, Class, and Jeremy. These are the last three questions I'm going to pick up here, guys, and then I'm going to head out. What are your thoughts of I just answered that, so we'll add one more. We'll add one more to that. Do you think customizable rigs could swap plates and make... I don't think that's actually the plan. The custom rigs are planned to have swappable plates. I forget what video I talked about that specifically, but there is a bunch of pictures out there of the plates already. They have the models for the plates already, and I'm looking through my folder here to see if I can really quickly pop this up and show you. I don't think I have them accessible. There's a whole bunch of plates that they showed. Where are you? Oh, I got them right here, actually. Got them right here. All right, so we'll do this. So this is obviously like a, I think this is like a composite. This isn't metal. This is metal though. This is one of the metal plates. I think this is for like your side. And then we got, there should be one around here somewhere. Got these. Got some more plates. These are going to be swappable. And I had some better ones around, but I don't see them around. There's more out there. There's a couple of videos where I brought these up and I showed these off. So if you look around, maybe in my custom rig video. So if you check the, I think the title was "The Biggest Change Coming to Escape from Tarkov." I think I showed all the pictures that they have available for that out there. But there's some actual plates that are floating around out there somewhere. Dump pouches I think are planned. Do you think the hideout is going to work in open world? Absolutely. I don't know how you're going to get to it or how it's going to make sense for you to get to it, but absolutely. I think actually my theory is that there's going to be like some kind of sewer system or something that so you can theoretically kind of like exit anywhere in the world, but you would like then take the sewer. So like if you see a sewer cap or something, you're going to Ninja Turtle it and you're going to, pop back up in your hideout or something. I think that would make sense. But we'll see what happens. There's an eerily strange amount of bunkers that you can't access on the new woods. So I'm wondering if that has something to do with it as well. And dump pouches are planned. All right, last two here. Could you please make a video displaying all your favorite meta builds, every category? On the new wipe, yeah, because the scar is going to be in that. Can you please make it meta? Yep. So that was the last question there, guys. Otherwise, we will literally be sitting here all day. So if you have more questions, this is going to go up as a VOD. You can leave it as a comment, and I'll see if I can get to it in those comments. Otherwise, I'm sure whatever question you're asking, trust me, I'm sure I have a video discussing it somewhere. So you can literally just, and so you guys understand too. I know that I say this a lot, and I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about here. You can go over to my channel right here. See this? You literally just type, like, let's say someone asked about Russia 2028 earlier. Russia 2028, there's my video on Russia 2028. Like, that's the search bar right there. You got my main channel right here, and that's the search bar. Just literally whatever your question is. Guns. Future guns. Unfortunately, that one's actually not the most recent one, so that kind of, and what the fuck? There's even stuff from 5 years ago. Okay, maybe this isn't the best way, so don't put guns. Maybe, maybe future guns? Okay, okay, so there it is. There, just check the date. Just check the date. Actually, can you, I guess you can't, I don't know. Playlists are good too. Playlists are definitely a good thing to do. So maybe check out the playlist. We've got Tarkov turning points. So someone was talking about the armor plates here. We go over to my armor plate video. I think somewhere in here. I might have the pictures of the plates. I don't see it. I don't know. Go check it out for you guys. Go check it out for yourself. There's gonna be a couple of videos where I talk about those changeable plates. But anyway, that's gonna do it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna be back at 9 a.m. Eastern again tomorrow. So whatever extra questions you guys might have, catch me then. Otherwise, for the rest of the day today, I'm gonna be working on my that video that I'm working on for the past few days now. Should come out in about a week or so. It's gonna be the future of Escape from Tarkov at launch as I see it. You guys seem to like the kind of little puppet show I put on the other day with the karma system. So I'm gonna do something similar to that, just not as sketched, and explain how I see Escape from Tarkov playing out at launch, so that people get a better understanding of what they're getting themselves into, really. And hopefully it helps a lot of people out. But otherwise, if you need the latest Escape from Tarkov news, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate you guys. And while we're on that subject, go follow me on Twitter. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers over there. And if you have a screenshot, if you have a really cool screenshot or something that you would want in that slideshow that you're looking at right now, check that at me on Twitter and put that in that tweet, and I'll add to the slideshow. Otherwise, thank you guys for hanging out, and I hope you have a nice day. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.